Consumers aren't rejecting luxury, they're rejecting outdated ideas. At least that's what Highsnobiety says. I'm Matt, and this is the first episode in a series where I'm going to be reading big marketing and industry reports so that you don't have to. Today we're looking at the Luxury Redefined report from 2025, written by Highsnobiety and Boston Consulting Group. They say they surveyed over 6,700 people, so I'm actually hoping there's some cool data in here. Now, right off the bat, we need to say that even though the word fashion doesn't appear anywhere in the title of this report, it is very much a report about luxury fashion, not necessarily luxury as a whole. Now, I think that fashion can actually be a fantastic bellwether for a lot of other luxury industries, but it's also got its own idiosyncrasies. So if you work in other industries like luxury travel, automotive, spirits, or something like that, just keep in mind that not everything in this report is going to be directly applicable to you. The first thing in this report that sticks out to me as interesting is their information about the supposed luxury crisis and luxury spending. They talk about true luxury brands, and they define this as the very high end of luxury fashion, brands like Hermes, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton. And this is a space where growth has been slowing. It was growing at 23% a few years ago, but between 2023 and 2024, it was completely flat, 0% growth. But during that same time period, 2023 to 2024, the report shows the vast majority of luxury consumers in every generation reported increasing their spending on luxury products, or at least keeping their spending the same. And this lines up with what we're seeing in the broader market. People who can buy luxury goods and services still are. But this doesn't mean they're only buying from the European heritage maisons that have dominated for the previous decades. Now, most of the middle section of this report is honestly a bit meandering, and it bounces a lot between paragraphs that are filled with mostly unactionable information and opinions, but it does eventually land on a clear POV. And that is that the main drivers of demand in luxury fashion today are craftsmanship, uniqueness, and clear values, which is a change from how things used to be. The traditional luxury aspects of prestige and heritage just aren't as important to the modern luxury consumer. The report's overall thesis could be summed up like this. The luxury consumer has gotten much smarter over the past few years, and they can no longer be swayed by a heritage brand with flashy marketing resting on its laurels. It's an interesting take, though it's one that I would like to see better supported by their data. Overall, I think there are some good points in this report, though with all the self-congratulating and tautologies and the fact that there really isn't very much hard data from this 6,700 people that they surveyed, it does feel like this really should have been just a big Substack essay. I don't think it's worth the time to read, but if you really do think there might be something in there valuable for you, throw it into Claude and just ask it some direct questions.